This is Penshaw Monument, just off the A19, and for hundreds of Geordies, Mackhams, Washingtonians, it's always been a landmark that lets you know you're nearly home. But just get out, have a look around, it's got a lot to offer. If you want an excellent coffee shop, cafe, this one here, just in the foothills of Penshaw Monument, is exceptional. This really is one of the best tea shops around. It's a farm shop, it has a little garden centre, it's just in the foothills of Penshaw Monument there, and this place serves the best pies and quiches you could ever wish for. None of this puff pastry nonsense, you know, proper short crust pastry. You pay a little bit extra, but it's really good. Great bit of exercise up here. You know, you want to do it in one hit, straight up. It's probably a 4 out of 10 on the scale, the Sherlock scale. If Scafell Pike's a 10, you'll get out of breath up here a little bit, and you'll also feel your legs at the top. One hit, straight up. I think a little note, mental note to myself, don't come on a Sunday. I don't know what's going on. For some reason I thought it would be quiet, middle of lockdown, but everybody's had the same idea as me, so we'll just trudge up, right up to the top. They've just built this staircase in the last sort of 6 months, and it is really a staircase, straight up. Little hike, just off the A19, Penshaw Monument, straight up the A19, left on the 183, can't miss it. Quite a lot of people here today, so I'm still climbing, no stops, straight up to the top, feel the benefit. And I've been told if you're a skier, the best exercise for your legs is climbing. It's not running, because that's a different set of muscles. Nice bit of graffiti from the Penshaw boys. It's nice to see that they're back. They are indeed back. This is one of the highest points around. You can see the new Sunderland Bridge, the Northern Spire Bridge, just there through the trees. There's Nissan. This is facing north, and you can see very far north, at least 20 miles you can see. So at Killingworth you can see this, and from Cheviot you can see Killingworth. So if you had strong enough binoculars you could probably see this from Cheviot. In one day here, I remember, I hit lucky. I saw a buzzard, a sparrowhawk, and a dead mole, all in one day. This dead mole, I'd never seen one before. I've never seen a dead mole. They're a bit smaller than you think, very sharp teeth, very sharp claws. If you're not up for the hike, there's a lot of forest walks in the foothills of Penshaw Monument. Much quieter down here, very quiet. I came in the summer last year. I'll see if I can find a photo to put on here. And the whole place, this whole floor area of the forest, was blanketed in little white flowers. I've never seen them before. The whole thing was covered in white. It was lovely. It was like a little fairy tale scene. There's fields beyond this forest as well. Lots of walking, a little river. This is what I would call the northwest face of Penshaw Monument. Down, you know, the other side, away from the traffic, the car parks, through the woods and into these fields, which eventually come out at Teal Farm and the River Wear. Another lovely walk, the River Wear. But this is very quiet around here. It's all fields, distant hills. The hills behind me, that's northwest, and you can possibly just see the snow still on those hills from earlier in the week. By the way, if you ever want to know the difference between a sparrowhawk and a kestrel, they're both similar size and they both flap quite quickly. A kestrel generally has pointy wings and it'll hover. It'll hover at quite regular intervals. A sparrowhawk will flap quite quick. You'll see it often going in a straight line. They do circle, but they've got the biggest difference is they've got little stubby fat wings. You might, if you looked at it briefly, you might think it was a crow or a pigeon, but you'd be surprised how often a sparrowhawk will be nearby. They're quite common. And of course, it goes without saying, if you've wandered down the far side and you need to get back to the car and the road, you then have to turn around and walk back up. So it's a bit like 2 for 1 on the exercise. You probably wouldn't build Penshaw Monument now. I think it was a gift or a tribute to a local very important fella. It's not that old, it's only 150 years old, something like that. And now everybody in the northeast knows it. They drive past it. It'll be there for hundreds of years. I don't think they wouldn't do that now. They did build the Angel of the North, fair play to them. Looks a bit like a plane stuck on its back end, but still, that's another landmark. But I think Penshaw Monument is the most recognised landmark around in the north, I would say. And can you imagine that? Just a tribute to one person standing on the top of a hill now, forever. So, just to summarise, Penshaw Monument, easy to find, good exercise, lots to see, and cracking tea shop. If you've liked this, please share it, hit the like button, and think about subscribing. There'll be plenty more. I did forget to mention about the coffee shop. It shuts at 4:30, so you'd be quite disappointed if you've had a nice long hike and you think, right, I'm just going to go for a coffee now, bit of cake, and you get down here and it's shut, So things like that are important, I think, in videos like this. 4:30.